The following podcast has been brought to you by Audible.com. Sign up now using the URL audibletrial.com/TTV to get a free audiobook of your choosing. We recommend Brick by Brick, How LEGO Rewrote the Rules of Innovation and Conquered the Global Toy Industry. You may recognize this as one of the sources we use in our show, BIONICLE Autopsy. Remember, that's audibletrial.com/TTV. Enjoy the show.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1,
Sync.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 164
Mardi Gras
of the TTV Podcast. What? You did not need to join in with that.
You both are failures of life.
164 of the TTV Podcast. How's it going?
No, it is not 164.
It's my destiny.
Eljay, better to have tried and failed than to never tried at all.
Aren't you
yes.
Mr. Philosophical?
That was deep.
Insert
LJ never
quote.
tries.
Go back to TTV Talks about relationships.
I try all the time.
Is that why you're such a big failure?
Ouch.
What Takuma said. I'm gonna repeat what he said.
Better do it. Tried and failed. Oh, man. So how's it been this week, guys?
Shut up, Meso. It's not like you actually care about our lives or anything.
But the audience might.
What's that supposed to mean?
You selfish sack of slime.
He's not here. He's on the message board.
That's offensive to political slime.
Yeah, shout out. Okay.
No politics on the podcast.
Nice.
Wow.
Oh, gosh. Oh, man.
Well done.
You're right. But no, things have been good. I'm finally better. I'm no longer sick again.
You take a
know
long
you
time
were
to
sick.
get over colds. Do you
I
know
know.
that? Like a
It's
ridiculously long time.
Like, my younger brother Speeder and I got sick at the exact same time. He was done in a week. It took me an extra week
Yeah,
to get better.
I did as well. I was sick with you for a while, and that's why I was like telling you about Albus oil and how good it is for congestion. And I got better before
I
you.
remember. Yeah. Man, why did you have to make it through?
I
Wow.
don't know.
So anyway,
I'm sorry.
without further ado, let's get our introductions out of the way. I'm Mesonak.
I'm Eljay.
I'm Venom.
I'm Viper.
I'm Takuma Nuva.
And once again, TTV episode 164. Now,
Wow,
let's get
Viper
everybody's
actually
favorite...
waited her turn this time.
What?
Jeez, good job.
Let's get everybody's favorite segment out of the way. The copious amounts of plugging.
Ah, yeah!
So, if you are watching this episode on YouTube, you are a week behind. Takuma.
I was doing background music.
If you're watching
Yeah.
this episode on YouTube, you're a week behind. If you want to see episode 165 of the TTV Podcast, you can check it out on Vessel at vessel.com/the TTV channel, where it's up right now, or pretty soon, if not up necessarily right now. As well as all of our other content 1 week early if you subscribe to the Early Access program for $3 a month. You guys, I swear!
What the heck?
It's a fantastic service.
For
It
only
helps us out a ton.
$5.99.
No, it's false advertising. It's $3. Listen, it's a fantastic service. It helps us out a ton, and you get access to all our content a week early. It's great.
Content
Additionally,
early.
T-shirts at store.ttvpodcast.com and Audible at audibletrial.com /.
Please call this number if you're interested. Teleshopping.
1-800-TTV suck.
0800-00-1066.
I don't actually want to know what that number's for.
Yeah, me neither.
What is that
I
number for?
don't know. Like, it was from
don't
a jingle
know.
on the radio once, and it's just stuck in my head like an
my gosh.
earworm.
A jingle.
Well,
Everyone call that number, tell them TTV sent you, and then just hang up.
What if it's a suicide hotline?
TTV has come to...
TTV
Wow, just a little bit.
Well, let's be fair.
I got
They're
that
just gonna punch in
reference.
TTV and wind up with Telepath TV.
I got that reference.
Well, like, firstly, if that was the case, why would they do such a happy jingle for it? Depressed and want to
it's a
kill
suicide
yourself? Call
hotline.
0800-00-1066.
That would make it sound like it's a joke.
Yeah.
It's like
Call
it's like
1-800
subliminal
steamer.
messaging.
Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
I heard that one
Chicago,
before.
Illinois, 60652.
Buy the new multicolored dress. What color is the dress?
Welcome back to Hero Factory FM with Matt
Separate parts sold
Morning.
separately.
96.5. K-O-I-T.
Okay,
You guys
radio
are
jingles don't
ridiculous.
work because not all the stations are available everywhere.
You guys are absolutely ridiculous.
Sleep train, your ticket to a better night's sleep.
And I still
When do we get our
haven't
ticket to a Better Nights
found
podcast?
what I'm
I don't know, when you guys shut up and give us the program.
I remember that one message board video where it was like they demonstrated us two of you calling a hotline.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm
When did this
loading
happen?
it.
No, not that.
When did this happen?
Yeah, what are you talking about, Viper?
Well, I'm not sure if you were the ones like on the phone or if you were the ones calling, but there was a video of like people prank calling a hotline and the people getting really upset about it. I don't know who it was made by, but
Wait, with our voices?
no, it was like what
Dude, that
you
would've been
guys
awesome.
would do. It's confusing. Never mind. Just forget it. I'm giving
No,
up.
I want to grill you about
Yeah,
this, Viper.
Whoa.
You need to be grilled.
You're gonna grill me over
Yeah.
something as petty as this? Wow,
Yes!
you really are
Yes,
a loser.
I am!
Mess with the
Viper.
bull, you're gonna get the
Viper,
horns.
they are petty.
Yeah, Tom Petty. He sings music, right?
You're stupid.
Is
and I
he
hate
one of
you.
your country artists that no one
I
knows
think
about?
I heard Takuma face palming.
So anyway,
Yeah.
we have Bionicle news. Let's just...
Yeah, Bionicle.
You
That's a
guys
thing.
butchered my intro. We have a lot of Bionicle news today. It's actually a pretty interesting roundup. Namely, the animations for Bionicle 2015 and probably Bionicle have finished. They are over. The last episode has aired. Now, let's have a roll call. I guarantee you probably only 3 of us have actually seen the episode. Who has seen episode 18, Mask of Creation?
Me.
Me.
I haven't.
Hey,
Ha,
it's
ha, ha.
Okay,
4
4 out of
so
5.
screw you, Meso.
Well done. You surprised me, Takuma.
Alright, so Ven, here's
Yeah,
what happens.
quit using blanket statements, Meso.
Yeah. Here's what happens. They beat Kulta rather abruptly. And,
Hey,
Spoiler
The whole
alert.
thing is rather
spoiled
hold the
it.
show, Meso. They don't beat Kulta, okay? They beat Skull Grinder.
Fair enough. They don't beat Kulta. Kulta beats them, and then Akimu wrecks Kulta.
Meso, you're not understanding. There is no Kulta. They call him Skull
Yeah,
Grinder.
he's Skull Grinder.
Kulta is probably non-canon.
I know.
And we'll
it's
never know
funny.
for certain because we don't have an official canon authority.
We can't ask Greg this time.
Let's ask Merlin Man.
He wins.
Oh, instead of ask Greg, it's ask Merlin.
Ask writer.
No. It's Ask the Man.
Ha.
Merlin wouldn't know. Like, we need to ask people on the story team with the story Bible,
What's a Bible?
whoever they may be. But
The only
no,
one
in
thing
the
we
episode,
do.
I like
March
the
into
episode.
Lego HQ
It was
and demand to speak to the person in charge and tell them to bring back Oh wait, I'm getting mixed up.
Bring back
knew you were gonna go that route.
Just think.
Oh
we have,
yeah,
like,
the
2 more
big people
years
calling
of
them like,
Bionicle,
why
and
is
then we get to start
Bionicle
another.
gone?
We get to have another BBB campaign in like 2 years because it'll probably even if they decide to extend Bionicle, it will probably go away for like a year so they can make more sets, like what happened with Ninjago. So even best case scenario, there will be a panic time where everybody's like, "Oh no, it's ended again! Riots in the streets!"
Everyone's gonna say, well, TTV's over. See you guys later.
Yep. But
Unsubscribe.
We'll persevere for a little while and see what happens, and then if it doesn't happen, then rip us. But no, yeah, it was an interesting finale. It was chock full of 2016 Easter eggs. So that was pretty cool. They had like a Uniter Tahu and like a carving on the wall with Nuva symbols. Like
Oh,
the
wow.
actual
Nuva
Nuva
symbols
symbols.
are back.
Yeah.
So, Meso, tell me, what's on their chests again?
I stand by my prior assessment.
You will fall by your prior assessment.
Because I wasn't saying they weren't the Nuva symbols. I was saying
You
they
live
weren't
by the
pixel
prior
by
assessment,
they
you
weren't
die
pixel
by
by
the prior
pixel
assessment.
representations of their Nuva
Solek will
symbols.
stand, Meso will fall.
Oh come on! All this Solek
Are you a
stuff.
Solekian too?
Yeah,
No,
this is what they. This is
I
what they
know
call
it's gonna
themselves.
trigger Triggle.
Their group name is the Solekians, and they have a Google Plus group called the Cult of Solek. Or
I'm
the
totally a
Or
Solek.
Oh,
the church,
wow.
the Church of Solek. I'm not sure what it is.
Okay, I mean, I live in the country of Solekia, but I'm not a part of, like, the cult.
They make so many unsettling videos.
You know,
too, where it's like,
they could have taken it one step farther and called it Czechoslovakia.
Missed opportunity.
They make so many unsettling videos where they have like this weird Microsoft Sam-esque voiceover, and they call me TTV Mesonak instead of Mesonak.
That's
kinda like
not
Arby and the
Microsoft Sam,
Chief.
that's Microsoft Mike.
Whatever.
Microsoft Mike Resoft.
Mike or soft. Yeah.
Lol, okay.
There's Microsoft Mike, there's Microsoft Sam, and I forget what the female one is, but who cares?
One of them's Arby, one of them's Chief.
And one of them's Cortana.
Yeah,
Then
not
there's
for very
Greg the
long.
Spider.
He,
Eh?
we'll
Arby and the
explain
Chief.
that. But
Yeah,
yeah, I like the finale. I thought it was rushed, but that was no big surprise.
The whole
Everything
The
thing.
thing
is
that
rushed.
surprised me is that they didn't go to episode 19, because we got like 9 episodes in season 1, but about 8 in season 2.
Yeah. It does seem like there would be one more, because I think they said there were 20 in total. But I guess it's possible they were combining all the character videos into one. Because that would make the legend, and then 9, and then the character videos.
I guess.
But, yeah, it was an animation finale. You know, it's pretty much what the animations have been. Cool
Yeah.
visual representations of the story, questionable voice acting. This episode had the extra bonus of being chock full of Easter eggs and also having that cool Kulta versus Toa fight scene, which I did enjoy.
That
Yeah,
wasn't
that-
a fight.
Do you
Yeah.
Do you know what that reminded me of? That scene where Coulter just smashes all of them to the ground.
Sadness and
No,
disappointment.
I have no
Wiping
clue
out
what it
Begins with-
reminded you of.
It begins with D and K, and then D
Donkey
and
Kong.
Y.
Donkey
Dark
Kong.
Destiny.
Donkey Kong.
Dang it,
Brutaka.
you in 2006, you make me hate 06, you sorry
Kimu was
sack
just
potatoes.
digging through crates and saying, "Oh my gosh, quit feeding the enemy carrier, you noobs."
Nice.
Barrel down mid. They were like barrel down mid.
Yeah,
That's the
that's
Toa's
all
strategy.
the Toa do, is barrel down mid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just charge up and get swatted away like the
I
insects.
mean, except for Liwa, he's the ganker.
Last I checked, Liwa barreled down mid as well.
Last I checked, Liwa, like, got a double kill
Last
on the
I
Scorpion.
checked,
Last I
I
checked,
checked-
Liwa was
Worst
first
character.
blood.
Oh,
Yeah.
Last time I checked, Lewa was the courier.
No, he wasn't. Kimu was the
Don't
courier.
All he
references
does is
it
fly
too much
around.
to bear.
Ikima was the ancient.
Debatable. The Forge could be the ancient.
Yeah. And it was an episode. And now it must be
Yeah.
said, rip to the animations, because for all intents and purposes, it appears that they are done. Because Marilyn Man has said on Twitter, as we have said numerous times, that he's hinted that he's no longer involved. He said that he's going to have to remain a fan at this point, and that he hopes to return someday. Which would imply that they are finished. Which, you know, is kind of a shame, because as much as I criticize the animations, I criticized them because they were the main point of storytelling for a while, and they still are. I think they're perfectly fine as supplemental entry-level material, because I can see these being way more accessible to younger kids than, like, having to buy Netflix and then, like, watch a show on Netflix.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh well.
Netflix is...
Maybe now we can actually have some good quality animation.
Maybe. And good quality
Actually,
voice acting.
Meso, they said Netflix and other channels. So,
We'll see. For now, it's a Netflix original show.
That could mean Amazon.
Yeah, could
Yeah.
mean DVD releases.
Sorry.
So, you
Who
know,
knows?
I like the concept of having free videos available online for viewing. I just, you know, I don't think it was handled as best as it could have been, but, you know,
They were free.
They were free. You get what you don't pay for.
yeah, you can't beat that price.
No, so hopefully some kids found out about Bionicle through this and will stick with the theme and not abandon it.
Sorry.
Because,
Nope,
we
just
get all the fans
abandon
we can
it.
get.
You're not missing anything important.
Yeah, go back, jump ship to Nexo Knights,
Gone
which
in
is
60
getting
seconds.
Nexo Knights was
No, gone
announced
in
at
90
NYCC.
seconds.
Kai's been at NYCC this weekend. He was there for Nexo Knights announcement. Nexo Knights is getting a 20-episode Cartoon Network TV
And-
series.
I am looking forward to it.
Yeah. It's
Sorry.
I am quite honestly looking forward to it.
I'm looking forward to it too. I'm not gonna harp on this. I've said it off air. I have to at least say it once on air. It does kind of put me off to the theme, that Nexo Knights, without, like, right out of the gate, with not even a question, just because it's made by the same people that made Ninjago and Chima, gets a 20-episode TV series.
Yeah,
Whereas BIONICLE gets a 4-episode TV series. That's, like, way low. It's like a fifth. Lego has a fifth of the faith in BIONICLE that it does in this brand new crazy IP.
See, the thing
And
here
the sad part is it will always be that way. It's never going to change.
already know that that Nexo Knights is trying to be the next Ninjago. Somewhere along the line, we have heard that said, that it's trying to be the next Big Bang theme.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not exactly a surprise to me. This also isn't a surprise, because they do this all the time. They've done this all the way back in the 2000s. Early 2000s with, well, Galador, honestly.
Yep. And then they didn't do it for many, many years, and then they started it in 2010 again. That's kind of my point. Every theme has gotten a TV show without having to prove itself. Every new IP gets it right out of the gate.
None of these shows,
BIONICLE has to
will
premiere
be
and
any
scrounge
better
for
than Galador.
scraps online for like a year, trying to carve out some meager existence for itself. And then when it finally, I guess, does well enough to get a TV show, it's 4 episodes and it's on Netflix. And depending on the length of those episodes, it may be better than the other programs on Cartoon Network. So, not to condemn it right out of the gate, but,
I'll condemn it.
it's just a bit off-putting to me.
It's gonna
but
suck.
I guess that's the nature of the Construction brand. Lego will never have enough faith in it to warrant that. They're all about
I
their
think-
mainline stuff.
We need to wait and see. I still think that they have some sort of faith in BIONICLE, but they've struck gold in a way with Ninjago, and they're just working on trying to replicate that formula before they move on. And I can understand that.
No, you can't.
Well, at least
Yes, I can.
No, you're not an understandable person.
I take offense to that.
I understand
What'd you
it
say?
from a
I take
business
offense to
standpoint.
your existence.
I would really love the chance to one day, like, get a chance to ask these hard questions to, like, people higher up in the chain of Lego's command and figure out why these decisions were made. Is it because they don't have enough faith in BIONICLE? Or is it because they don't have enough faith in Construction? Or is it because Hero Factory just bombed? Like, worse than we've been led to believe? Or is it because their 2 past attempts at doing quote-unquote Construction TV shows like Galador and Hero Factory haven't really turned out all that well? I don't know. Or is it just because they want to put all their eggs in one basket and maximize
Maybe they should
profit?
just stop cutting corners and just do a normal freaking show for a Construction line for once instead of these weird movies and
Just do it.
hour-long episodic things. Yeah, just do it. Don't
guess
let your dreams be dreams, Lego.
I guess
Don't
it
let your
must be
scenes be not
Yesterday you said tomorrow. So just do it!
I guess it must be said that Ninjago, I guess I should be more fair, Ninjago premiered with 4 episodes as well. That's a fun
is
fact
true.
that some people forget. Its first year had 4 episodes, and it did so well, they then granted it a full TV show order for the next year.
And honestly,
So-
Ninjago, to my knowledge, is the first time Lego actually got a successful TV show off the ground. So,
What do you
at
mean
least
by
from what I
that?
can recall,
What do you mean by successful?
like, it took off.
Yeah, that's true. Because
So, again-
HF did well enough to continue, but the first year had the most amount of episodes.
That's the thing, not like Ninjago. Ninjago, like I said, it took off. HF, it survived.
I took
Yeah.
off.
I mean, it did well enough to continue. That's kind of what I'm saying. They didn't cancel it. But, yeah, it definitely didn't have as much. But no, yeah. Without, too much else dwelling on it, that's the state of the TV show. That's the state of the animations. RIP. For what you did well. And I commend the team for working so hard and diligently to make a, good quality thing amidst all of their constraints and limitations. Hopefully it paid off in some way. We have more BIONICLE news that people have been, talking to us at length about, wanting us to report on. It wasn't that significant, so we didn't. The graphic novel has a cover. And
Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure how many of
I
you have
actually
seen
saw
it.
that.
But,
I
yeah.
wouldn't say this is insignificant, personally speaking.
It's not significant enough to report on.
I'd say it is.
Well,
Meh.
that's personal preference. I
Didn't
don't
we?
think so.
Didn't we report on the covers of the books?
Nope.
We didn't really.
Because, yeah, it would be stupid. If we did do it and I forget, then we're idiots because the book covers were just stock images.
I'm gonna look into that. I'm not saying we did.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna double.
If we
check.
did, then I disagree with that decision in retrospect because it's insignificant. The covers their stock images. This is far more significant because it's actually an art
personally
style.
speaking, I would have covered this.
Then
I'm
why
pretty
didn't
sure
you make
I
a
didn't 'cause
video?
I was sick at the time. I'm pretty sure I was sick at the time. But it's whatever.
Yeah. It's a
Looking at
cool art style. I really, really enjoy it actually. It's got shades of like Donda thrown in there, as well as a couple other BIONICLE artists, and it evokes that same kind of animation style, but in a different way that's much more adapted to comics.
I think it looks a little odd. Maybe it's just the poses that the toe are in.
Yeah, I do have some issues because Tahu and Gali both look like they have triple-jointed, long, lanky arms.
And they just look really weird. Yeah, and kind of like you said with Tahu, it looks like his arm is just like curving completely.
Yeah, it's because of how they did the upper arms. They're like number one, they're too long, and number two is the shoulder armor that's supposed to fold down over his shoulders and like be attached to his shoulders. It looks like it just connected flush to his arm. So
Yeah.
Okay, I can't find anything about the covers. We did report on like the title and any other supplementary information that was revealed, but
Yeah.
not the covers.
Thank you for confirming what we already knew.
Oh, wow.
I didn't know that. I didn't know.
Come on,
I just
LJ,
wanted
even
to
I knew.
source myself.
It's 'cause
I wanted
you're
to make sure
dumb
I wasn't
and have
spreading
bad
misinformation.
memory.
Oh.
But no, yeah, really hyped for this graphic novel, like beyond hyped, because it has secrets, codes, maps, myths, and more.
Yeah,
Got a ton of stuff.
I really like this art style because,
Yes,
like you said, it reminds me of Carlos de Andes, especially on Tahu. And de Andes is my favorite out of all the BIONICLE art
I
styles.
I think
agree.
this is-
But it also looks a little bit more rounded. And I looked into it. It reminded me of another BIONICLE art style. An artist by the name of, I believe his name is Dave White, and he did some of the young reader books. And I'll go grab some examples of that.
yeah.
From your physical library?
No, from BSO1. You know what, you all snot?
Digital
you want to
master
fight?
race.
You want a 1v1, huh, Viper?
We had this discussion on TTV Talks. I am personally
I-
for
what,
physical
technology?
books. I'm just making a joke out of it.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a joke out of you.
Ooh,
Well,
I'm
like,
gonna
you
make
don't
a
do that
man
anyway.
out
Right
of
now, you're
you.
just making a joke of yourself.
Oh, you want to fight too, Takuma? Huh?
Yeah.
1-on-1?
Yeah?
It's 2-on-1 actually. I'm joining Takuma.
Bring it, Leaf.
Buy that plane ticket and get out here. I ain't
All
gone
right,
all day.
I will. I'm gonna just go, and you're gonna be blown away. But anyway, the rounded kind of ish style.
If
of
brains
this
were
cover-
explosives, you wouldn't have enough to blow your nose, okay? So don't give me that.
Ooh.
So I was right. There's an artist by the name of Dave White, and he did some of the young reader books in 2009, specifically Challenge of Matanui and a couple other things. And his style, it's very clean, but also very round.
Yeah.
This style reminds me a lot of that, but with a little bit of Anda mixed in.
Yeah.
And I really, really like that.
Yeah, I like
also,
it too.
I really do agree with Tahu and Galley's arms, but Galley pulls it off a lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably because of the pose.
Yeah, the pose
Yeah.
makes it look better.
Also, the armor looks smaller. It may just be like an optical illusion, but it kind of looks smaller, whereas Tahu's looks bigger and thicker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
the
because
middle armor.
Tahu's a man.
Because Tahu's buff.
I mean, speaking of buff, look at Onua.
Yeah, he has fingers, like he has giant gloves.
Yeah,
It's
Onua's
like-
Wait,
incredible.
what, does he? What are you talking about?
I think
Huh?
so. I think those
That's
are
his
fingers.
hammer.
Oh. Darn. I liked my theory better.
Wow.
Nice.
You will always like your theory better, Meso.
He's holding the hammer in the wrong hand, isn't he?
So?
Technically, yes. Yes, he is.
He's not allowed. He can only hold it in one
Maybe
hand.
he's just holding it casually, like, hey, I'm just posing.
Maybe
It's
he's
actually
ambidextrous.
Strike a dramatic pose for the camera.
Maybe, Maybe he's like the 2016 Kopaka leaks.
Also, it's funny because Tahu's like, he's holding his shield in a really awkward pose, and all I could think of when looking at this is that set could never pose like this. The shield is way too heavy for that. Like, come on.
He's trying to block Onua. He's like, I'm the star of the show in this. Get out of the way.
Get away from me. Get to the back of the line.
Back away,
Wow.
creature!
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But no, that's graphic novel cover. It's coming out. When's it coming out? December 29th, 2015.
Same day as the second book.
Yep. I wonder if we'll be doing a book club for the graphic novel. It's an interesting
Probably
thought.
not.
For me, it would depend on if it's original content or not, or if it's just another retelling.
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured we'd make one video for it,
Yeah.
book club style. But
Yeah. If it has a bunch of different chapters and they're all new content, though, I'd probably say we can do book club.
yeah,
But if it's a retread,
the
book
maps
club would
and
be
more,
Yeah.
the secrets.
More. But, part of me has a fear that, it's going to have a couple maps, but most of the book is going to be like activities. Like,
Oh, boy.
maze or
Yeah,
coloring.
I can't wait for my Okoto maze where I just take a crayon. And I just go
Crayon.
through it.
Crane.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take
Okay,
my crane.
is that not how it's said?
I people do say it like that. For me, it's crayon.
Okay.
And I verbalize
Yeah,
the
I say
more.
crayon too.
Same.
I've always said crayon.
People do say crayon. You're not crazy.
Like cranberries.
You're not crazy, but you're crayon.
Cranberries.
Crane.
Okay, that was the weirdest thing. I've ever heard.
Cranberries.
Cranberries, I do say, my word.
Yummy cranberries.
Yummy.
Yummy,
Yummy. I got love in my tummy.
Okay, so anyway.
Yeah, you killed that.
What's next? What news do we have? Oh, yeah. Actually, no. That's all the news.
Really, is it?
Yeah, it's
In that
all
case,
it is.
I want to talk about Nexo Knights because I started an argument
sure.
on Nexo Knights topic.
Sure. Oh, an argument? What have you been doing?
I kind of started an argument.
What are you doing?
So, we have an Nexo Knights topic on the message boards at board.ttvpodcast.com. And a lot of what people have been doing is comparing it to Ninjago and Chima, those TV shows.
Fair comparison.
It would be a fair comparison if they had been comparing it fairly. So what a lot of people, I'm not going to name names, it's not even just certain particular people. What a lot of people have been doing is taking particular images from the trailer of Nexo Knights and comparing them to snippets of Chima and Ninjago from various different seasons. So you could have an image of Nexo Knights where it has like a bright blue floor and the textures look wonky as heck. And then you have like the stone army in the underground caverns. And it's like, look at the difference, guys! It's so different! Nexo Knights is just cheesy, childish trash. And here you have Ninjago, the dark, textured stone army from season 3 or so. It's a ridiculous comparison.
To be fair, the animation style didn't change. It's just the locale. You know what I mean? It's not like you can say it's from season 3, so they got better as the years went on. It's the same animation style.
I know.
You know what I mean? It's not like there was any improvement. But, yeah, I understand. I see the post you're referring to right now.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I'm personally looking forward to the Nexo Knights show. I enjoyed Chima to a degree. I really enjoy the Ninjago TV show. So I have good confidence that this will be at least somewhat decent, and I'm going to enjoy it. I'm sure it's going to be fine for kids. It looks exciting. It looks like it's very well aimed. What I take issue with is comparing it to certain snippets of a show that's run X amount of years, and right out the gate basing it on probably a couple of bad shots. I'm not saying it's going to be a good show, but it just seems like it's a weird way of looking at it. You're not even giving it much of a chance. Because I've seen the other...
Comparing apples to oranges.
Yeah, I've seen other versions of this, other trailers. They have character trailers for several different characters. And it looks up to par quality-wise with Ninjago and Chima.
Yeah. I will
That's
agree
not
that
saying
it's
much,
kind of a ridiculous comparison where they like compare this outside shot to the cave.
Yeah.
Like
It's
you
so
can at least
funny.
find an outside shot in the daylight to compare it to.
It's like there's a shot, here's a comparison. There is a shot of this weird-looking speedor thing in Nexo Knights, and it's being driven.
Speedor.
It's being driven by these really awkwardly clay-looking trees.
Trees.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and link you this post.
I like the post
And-
we're referring to as well. The blue floor that people are saying like, "Oh, this is looks bad."
It looks kind of funky.
It does
I
look
won't
rather
deny it.
funky. The villains look ridiculous. They're supposed to be like lava monsters, but in the daylight they don't have like shadows.
They look like tomatoes. with a
Yeah,
bad
they just look
disposition.
like bouncing tomatoes. They need like a glow. They need orange or fire or something to
But then
make
again-
them stand out.
Maybe there's like a story reason for that we don't know yet. I don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah, they could
But
be
no, I
shooting
do
up
agree.
speedors.
nice callback.
I do agree a lot of this show looks rather wonky, and a lot of the textures don't really look, I want to say, finished.
Textury.
But in that post there, look at that. They compare a daylight shot on the ground of like the Nexo Knights village or whatnot, and then this aerial shot, this very cinematic moment of the ninja on their dragons.
Yeah, it's
It just seems so unusual.
pretty funny. Like I don't have an issue with them comparing Nexo Knights to Ninjago and Chima because that's the only frame of reference that we have thus far. But if you're gonna do it, at least try to make like a proper comparison.
Yeah.
Because, like, somebody also pointed out, Ninjago has stuff like the Skull Truck from Season 1, and that was just as weird and wonky looking, like, if we're going by the cartoonish, crazy kind of vehicle designs that people are saying, oh, this theme is too goofy. Well, Ninjago started off like that, too, and then kind of dialed it back a little bit.
Yeah.
So it's all part of the same deal. Like, there's some good shots from Nexo Knights, too. Like, they have Jestro, the Jester, like, against a moonlit backdrop, and he looks pretty cool.
Yeah, there's also one of this huge lava monster going up against, I guess this guy's name is Aaron. I don't really know the name of the green
Aaron
one.
Wake.
Wait, is his name Wake?
No, it's not. I was making a Winter Solstice reference.
Okay, yeah.
Rip Winter Solstice. 2011 to 2015.
Yep. Well, I mean, there are a lot of good shots. Now, I will agree there are a lot of really bad shots, too, where the textures always look kind of weird, but there were also some of those in Ninjago and Shima.
Yep.
So, it just... I think everyone's doing a fine job comparing them. That's a great thing to do. However, the way they're going about it is weird.
This is Politics 101. Compare the good thing about what you want to happen against the bad thing about what you don't want to happen. Win argument, get votes.
Yeah.
This is literally Politics 101.
I'm just gonna
Well,
sit here
look,
in the background.
These
and
people
play with
are all
bubble
going to grow
wrap.
up politicians.
Don't
Wow.
you dare play with bubble wrap. Your audio.
Takuma, that's a really good point. I'm closing this topic for political discussion.
Nice.
Wow.
Well, actually, it's funny. There have been upcroppings of
fascist.
religious discussion.
You fascist. Oh, fascist J.
I've got that fascist face. The
Fascist Johnson.
fascist. Great. So first it was liberal Johnson, and now it's fascist.
TTV
Johnson.
episode 164. Fascist Johnson.
Oh man. FJ.
I am going to hit every single political spectrum marker.
Yep. But
Oh my goodness. No political discussion is allowed.
Nope. To all the people that are wondering, I know we probably mentioned it before, just to reiterate, yes, we will be definitely reviewing all of the Nexo Knights episodes as they are released. However, keep in mind, it's not going to be like it used to be, because we're now partnered with Vessel, so much like the Ninjago possession coverages, they will be a week delayed.
Yep.
So, it's just part of our contract with Vessel. And,
Yep, and-
you'll still be able to enjoy our thoughts. Let's be honest, a lot of the old Ninjago and Chima coverages, they were clickbait because we would release them around when the episodes came out, so people would assume that they were the episodes. And, that's just kind of, it comes with the territory when you do an up-to-date coverage.
I mean, it's kind of unintentional to a
Yeah,
degree.
it just happens.
Yeah, I was
when
gonna
you do
say,
the
like,
episodes.
I remember you guys complaining, like, people complaining in the comments saying this isn't the actual.
Yeah. People come to the
Yeah,
episodes because they think it's the episodes because it's released around the same time, so maybe now that that's not the case, we can get just a dedicated viewing audience to listen to the reviews.
Yeah, and that'd be nice.
Yeah. Okay, so that's pretty much all for
Make
Nexo
the
Knights.
Nexo Knights reviews like Vessel exclusive.
No, let's not do that. This is like
Save
the
that
Big Bang
fan base.
theme, man. If this theme blows up, we gotta be like on top of it this time, because Ninjago blew up, and if we had started doing Ninjago coverages as the show was getting popular, then we would have been like on board that train, and we could have ridden the wave of Ninjago along with everybody else, but we weren't. So we're gonna be here from the beginning.
Bring back Ninjago.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, oh my goodness.
Ninjago's not going anywhere. It's an evergreen theme at this point.
Sigh.
Yep, effectively. Come on, what's wrong with Ninjago? I've seen some
Everything.
hatred toward Ninjago on the message boards. I don't understand.
I can imagine if people just like watched a few episodes and didn't like get immersed into the characters, they probably wouldn't like it all that much.
It's a good show.
But Ninjago's got
It's
a
a
better
horrible
storyline
show.
I do
than
know
Bionicle.
people who started watching and was like, yeah, what? And just never continued.
Yeah. Ninjago's got a better story than Bionicle 2015.
Oh,
Or Bionicle
okay.
G2, period.
It
It does.
does.
There's no
You're not a
argument.
true fan, Meso. How dare you?
I mean, in fact, that's not the first time he's been called not a true
I would
fan.
also argue that it has a better storyline than Bionicle 2001. Minus Minogue. Definitely
Okay,
better than
wait a minute.
Definitely better than
comparing-
Bionicle 2005.
You're comparing several years.
I am,
of
and I will do it
one-
again. I think it's
You're
better.
no worse than the politicians on the board.
I think it's
Yeah,
better than
exactly.
2001,
And it's like
2005,
saying, like-
2009, and 2010. And that's pretty much all it's better than.
Meso, here's what you said. When you said that Ninjago's story is better than Bionicle 2001 without Minogue, you basically said, well, this apple is better than that orange without the inside of the orange.
I'll pick a season then. I think Ninjago Rebooted is better than Bionicle 2001.
They're
Minus
practically
Minogue.
the same.
Ninjago Rebooted sucked.
They're practically the same? How do you...
Yeah.
I gotta hear you this. What's your logic here?
Divided team of heroes have to come together, hunt for
They're not
golden
divided,
objects.
they're floating in the
Hunt
ocean!
for golden objects and fight the big bad!
The Techno Blades, they may have been partially gold, but they were primarily like their
In the
transparent
show,
colors.
they were entirely gold unless they were activated.
That's a reaching statement.
Your reaching statement!
Ninjago Rebooted was worse than Bionicle 2001.
Holy granola.
Ninjago Rebooted is like my second favorite season.
It's kind of my favorite.
I like the
I
tournament
did not
elements.
like it at all.
Really? I mean, I don't know if we have the time to discuss this. This is a very
Probably
interesting
not.
discussion.
We should do
I'd
like
love
a...
to get into this.
I am
When Ninjago
impartial to all
returns.
these discussions you're having.
Yeah.
You're
watch the
impartial
show.
to life.
Watch the show and then you
Not
wouldn't be
necessarily a bad
impartial.
thing.
You'd like it.
Ninjago's not necessarily a bad thing.
I didn't say it was a bad thing. I said my opinion was impartial.
It's
You're
getting
a bad thing.
It's getting a
You're
movie in a
partial.
few years, so you can check it out then. But, yeah, anyway. Okay, well, I'm trying to think if there's anything else to talk about. There isn't really. We're at like 41 minutes, so...
You got any stories, anybody?
Yeah, we'll pad this for like 9 more minutes. How's everybody's lives been? Got any funny events that have happened to you?
We encountered a group of chavs. They're basically like the trailer trash of England.
We encountered
Chavs.
a live group of chavs out in the natural
They're like
habitat.
sat outside arguing with each other and saying really rude
Did one of them
things.
throw ice up into the air?
Fortunately not, but they were talking about inappropriate pictures that were being taken of each other and being blackmailed around, which I'm like don't take pictures of inappropriate things, kids. It's bad.
Good lesson.
Yeah. You might end up
Yeah, that's a
might end up arguing those people. Sheesh.
Yeah, that's the worst that's gonna happen. You're gonna end up arguing with a bunch of chavs.
No, believe me, if you've never seen one up in person, they are vicious.
It sounds like you're talking
They
about
sound
a
like
species of animal.
raccoons or something.
They'll rip you to shreds. They'll engulf you in their bubble gum as they blow it out of their mouth.
Wait a minute. I thought you were talking about trailer trash. Now we're talking about Valley Girls?
Okay.
So yeah,
Oh my
basically
goodness.
my life is not very interesting. So that was probably the only interesting thing that happened.
Amazing.
Yep.
You saw some people.
I saw some people, which was scary.
That's
that
more
was
than
it.
you've ever done, Meso.
Ouch! You wound me so.
Meso, how was your life? I went to Walmart. Nice.
I saw a girl today.
It's funny because I did go to Walmart.
What about you, Ven? How's your life?
That just reminds me of the one time on a train where there was some guy from Britain or something, and my sisters were chatting with him, and he's
Your
like,
sisters
my
were
daughter,
chatting with them.
and it was either his niece or his granddaughter or something wanted him to come back to America with a Hollister shirt, and he didn't know what a Hollister shirt was. And, yeah, and so my
that
sisters
brand
are
in
like,
which you go to the shop and they look you up and down.
yeah, he didn't know what that was, and the girls were like, oh, well, we never get anything that fancy. Like, we just do our shopping at Walmart. And he's like, what's a Walmart?
Oh my goodness.
I mean, I know what Walmart is. And well, actually, I have been to America 2 times. So,
Ooh, I've been to America all the times.
well, good for
How many
you.
times have you been to Britain?
Yeah.
That's 0 times.
Yeah, Eljay.
Yeah.
Come on, I haven't been to Britain since the Revolution.
How many times have you actually left your state?
Actually, several times.
Yeah? Have you ever been to Coast to Coast?
I've heard Coast to Coast on the radio.
You ever been as far west as California?
I lived in California.
You ever been as far east as New York?
No.
Have
Get
you
wrecked.
been everywhere in America? No.
I've never left my southern state area. I've been to Alabama, Louisiana, Tennessee, Georgia. That's about it.
My
I never
name's
thought
Les on Welcome
Florida.
to the Southern Road Trip in America.
I went to Florida and I went to New York.
Yeah.
Hey, I guess that's wrong because I was in New York for a few days, but I was on a
I've
lengthy
been to
trip.
California 3 times, been to New York 3 times. Just this past year, I've been to Florida once.
Nice.
I've been
Arizona.
places. You know. I don't ever want to go to UK.
I was
though.
once in Texas during an ice storm.
I do
How's
know
that
UK.
possible?
It is. I think it was 91. No. 95? I don't know. Early 90s.
I've been to San Francisco and Los Angeles. And
I'm sorry.
California.
Angeles.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
You
Angeles.
said Angeles. Ha ha ha.
How about you, Ven?
I've been to Nevada.
Oh.
Nice. LJ loads
You've been to the
Nevada.
band?
Okay, here's the thing with Nevada. I would quite personally... I don't want to go to New York. But...
There are some really nice areas of New York. You just have to avoid, like New York City.
Oh yeah, no, I'm sure. Eventually I'm gonna go to New York, I'm sure of it. But I loathe Nevada with an undying, unrelenting passion. I would
Hashtag
never want to
Lovelock
go back
Nevada.
to Nevada.
Have you ever told your Lovelock Nevada story on the podcast?
I'm not exactly sure if I have, but I'll do it now real fast before we wrap up. We were driving somewhere. I have no idea where. But we were going through Nevada, and we needed to stop to let the dog out to go, use a tree or whatnot.
The bathroom.
What do you use it for?
We're driving through Nevada, and we end up in a place called Lovelock. Lovelock, Nevada. Okay, we drive past the sign into this city. Everything turns gray. It is grayscale from that point on. The trees are dead. There are no leaves on the trees. And this neighborhood, every single house had a chain link fence in front. All the yards were enclosed by chain link fences. It was like watching a 2006
Yeah, I was about to say, is
commercial.
this 2006?
Yeah, of course you were gonna say!
Is that why you don't like Nevada?
No.
It's like, me and Nike are gonna be here somewhere. I gotta get out of
Everything
here.
is gray. Everything is gray. Chain link fences on every yard. The trees are dead. There are people, every single person walking around. Big, honking old baggy white shirts, big baggy black shorts.
And weird
All of
mouths
them.
with Paraka teeth.
All of them walking around. There is like a chain link fence rattling somewhere. There is screaming down the road.
Screaming?
Yeah, it's the
Yeah,
Vittori
screaming.
being enslaved.
Okay, shut up! It is brutal. It is like watching a horror movie, and we're in the middle of it. Like, we are one patch of colors, like reds and greens, and then everything else is gray. We
Amazing.
did not want to be there, so we got the heck out of Dodge, and I have never returned.
Sounds
Let's
like
go.
a really
Let's go. Do it.
inspirational place.
Let's do a TTV road trip and let's
Mesa,
buy.
do you
It actually
remember?
reminds me of road trip I was taking to New York with a couple of my cousins and our uncle, and we got terribly lost. And so next thing you know, we're in like Chinatown or something. Everything, it's all the paper lanterns and everything's in Chinese, and we have no idea where we are. And it's like, okay, nothing to do but keep driving forward. Keep driving. All of a sudden, it's like, boom, from Chinatown to the ghetto. It's dark. Most of the lights aren't working. There are bars on the windows.
Oh, my
Everything.
goodness. Yeah, that too. There were bars on all of the windows.
So my uncle's like, forget this. We're upgrading my OnStar plan to include directions. Get us out of here. But it's like we didn't want to pull over and do it.
Jeez, it sounds like
So we had to try and find our way out.
sounds like you guys are about to live the events of Monster House. You ever seen that movie?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
never
have,
heard of
yes.
I think it's
Actually
actually
like
quite
that
scary.
movie.
Yeah, I liked it too. It's creative, but it was also really scary too. Like, especially
I
if
don't
you're a
remember
kid. Like, I was unfazed by Coraline, but if you showed me Monster House, oh
Oh,
Yeah.
Coraline's not even scary.
yeah, it's not even scary. I don't
It has a
understand why
few.
people.
It has a few creepy things, I guess.
Yeah.
But that's mostly because of the claymation.
Yeah, and
never
also
seen
the button
Caroline.
eye. Like, there's something about like the emptiness of like black, or like something being an object as their eyes. It just scares
Coraline
people.
was boring.
But it's not scary. I find it like
could
creepy
be
in
an
a good way,
entire-
like it's like Halloweeny. And I like that.
Halloween.
I also,
Hey, what you cooking up on the grill, Frank? I'm cooking up some Halloweenies. You want one?
I would eat them.
Whoa.
I also remember this night very distinctly because since one of my cousin and my uncle were in the front seat trying to figure out where the heck we're going, my other cousin and I, we were just in the back seat, nothing to do. We had like a 5-pound bag of gummy bears. And
no.
it was really late and boring because we couldn't, get to any sort of hotel. So we just sat back there singing the entire thing of 99 bottles of beer on the wall. And we were lost for so long that we eventually had got to the point where we didn't know how the song ended.
What the heck?
And
really
there
know how
were
that song ends either.
only I don't even want to think about how many of those gummy bears we ate.
Ooh.
Man.
That bag was considerably lighter.
Did you hear about those gummy bears that you can find on Amazon?
Oh, they're those massive ones.
No.
That-
They're
Oh.
not
the-
massive.
the
They're
laxative
normal.
ones?
They're normal size, but the thing is, they're like a very particular type of gummy bear. I think they're like diet gummy bears or something.
The laxative gummy bears.
Yeah, exactly.
okay.
Oh wait, I think I know what you're talking about.
And
It's
then
like
you
they're not
look in
even
the
so-
reviews for it, and then you see a bunch of people like reporting a bunch of stuff like on how the gummy bear gives them like laxative side effects every time they eat them. It's
I just looked at
hilarious.
the
I
giant
remember
gummy
this
bears
story.
that Viper mentioned. 5-pound gummy bear.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness!
One
why?
big gummy bear
I watched a Game Grumps video of them trying to eat it.
for $28.99.
I never
Wow.
watched Rooster
28.
Teeth stuff. I never watched Rooster Teeth, but wasn't there something?
Yeah, there
where
was. It was
Michael from Rooster
Michael
Teeth tried
eating
to eat
it,
one?
and then he threw it up.
Yeah, I saw
Yeah, I
that
see that.
one video.
It looked like he was throwing up blood though, because he had like a cherry flavor one. It was scary.
Oh
Oh,
my
I
goodness.
see it. Michael eats the 5-pound gummy bear challenge.
We should do it. We should do it, guys. We should eat it.
Let's go.
Goodness.
My,
You
man,
do
Michael,
it, I'm
Michael
not.
always has to do so much stuff. Look at this. He eats 12 lava cakes.
I saw
He
that
did
one
the
too. That made me feel
he
sick.
He did the cinnamon challenge. He chugged barbecue sauce.
Oh yeah, he did that really
Bacon
easy
cake.
though.
We did
The
stuff
things
like
that
this.
Michael does.
If we
Dude,
did
he
stuff like
ate
that
that
where we
ghost
just
pepper
did a
like a
bunch of
champ.
challenges, who would be our Michael?
I would take all the hot sauce related.
Are we going to factor in the fact that one of us actually has that name?
Ah,
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
There you go. You're gonna be Michael.
Or are we just going by, who would be the angriest?
Oh, that's
Well, in that case, that'll be Var then.
Var's our Michael. Like,
Var will be the guinea pig of all.
Var's
our
like a mix
challenges.
between Michael and Gus.
See, Kahi's
Gar,
Gus.
yeah, Kahi's like Gus.
He's kind of weird. He looks kind of apish.
man.
This is treading on This is getting into some dangerous territory right now.
I'm sorry.
Well, let's
we should wrap up.
yeah, we're good then.
Please tell me there'll be an after show.
Yeah, we'll do a quick after show, sure. So, thank you guys
wait,
for listening.
real quick. Sorry, but this is Bionicle related. So last night I decided to go back on the Bionicle app. Have you guys
Got updated.
talked about that lately?
We mentioned that it got updated.
Oh, okay.
But nobody ever played it
Yeah.
besides you, so.
Well,
Was it fun?
yeah, no, I thought it was cool, but man, I hate Skull Slicer. He is
I hate
very
Skull
he's
Slicer
very
too,
annoying because
man.
he's kind of like a boss. But the way that they made him fight is incredibly annoying. Have you tried it?
What does he call himself?
He's
Wow.
Skull Slicer.
Skull Slicer.
We call him Skull Slicer.
Anyway, I tried it out. Thought it was fun. You guys should try it out too if you haven't already. Anyway.
I will when they update for the web version.
Yeah, ditto.
Oh,
Oh, also, this episode will be coming out on Vessel on the 12th of October. So I just want to, tell everybody, who I'm sure has already spent 24 hours, posting about this. If any of you are wondering where the Web of Shadows review is, it's up on Vessel right now, under Early Access, and it will be on YouTube a week from now. We were going to do it a week earlier before the anniversary, and then,
Stuff
it was going to
happened.
be on YouTube, but stuff happened. We got caught up with stuff, so our Vessel subscribers get to celebrate the anniversary. And,
Yep.
Yee.
But
And
yeah, we can
everyone
all
else gets to be angry at us.
you guys can celebrate it too of your own accord. You don't need us to celebrate it for you.
yeah,
yeah.
get a popper.
Exactly. You get a slice of cake with the Web of Shadows. Anyway, we're done. So thank you all for listening to
I, drop
episode
my mic.
164 of the TTV Podcast. Remember, check us out on Vessel at vessel.com/TTV channel, buy TTV shirts at store.TTVpodcast.com, and check out a free audiobook of your choosing at audibletrial.com/TTV. We recommend Brick by Brick as well as any other books you may enjoy. So, that's pretty much it.
Audible.
And if you want to continue the discussion, go ahead and do that on the TTV message boards at board.tvpodcast.com.
Yeah. Thank you all for listening, and we will see you all next week for the next exciting episode of the TTV
Dragon
Podcast.
Ball Z.
I'm Mesonak.
No.
I'm Eljay.
I'm Venom.
I'm Viper.
I'm Takuma Nuva.
And see ya later, everybody. Stay tuned for the after show, only on Vessel. Viper!
All right.